Are we live?
We're live.
Jed, I told you I need 5 minutes before we go live.
Don't yell at me during our Christmas special.
Ah! It's March. Well, hello and welcome into the 90s Guys podcast. My name's Jed.
And I'm Brian.
And I'm the sexy one.
And I'm the smart one. Is that right? The stupid one? The ugly one? The dumb one?
No. Well, thank you for joining us on our Christmas and March extravaganza.
Yes. These things are hot.
I'm feeling good. Dude, it's been cold down here. I'm feeling good.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm toasty.
Oh, you have a hat on, too.
Well, yeah, I don't want the shine of my head to blind everybody.
Oh, when you took it off, my retina's burned out of my skull. Oh, God. Thank God we have the visual aspect of this podcast.
Yeah.
It's not as funny without it.
No, it's not.
Well, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
We're having a good time in this new season. And the feedback we've gotten, go ahead, whip it back and forth. He whips his hair back and forth.
This is the only hair I got.
Hey, you got to go with what you got.
Right.
We're getting good feedback on this new season.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people that actually prefer us doing the video podcast over the audio podcast.
Because you know what?
I don't get it because, I mean, I understand people want to look at you, but
All right.
I don't get why they want to look at me. But
Because you're interesting looking.
I am.
Put that big lip out. But no, you know what it is? Like, listening to audio is fun, but when you get to watch something, you're more engaged. You can see facial expressions. I throw a nip out once in a while.
The nip slip?
The nip? No, it's not a slip. It's a here it is.
Here, take this.
Take on this nip.
Run with it.
Take my nip and run. We got into a weird area.
Yeah, we did.
We got into a weird area.
So,
but we should mention.
I'm a little upset that you still have yet to bring over your MTV cup so that we can match.
You want to know the truth? I gave it to my wife.
You are just a giving person, Brian.
I am.
It pisses me off sometimes.
I know. It's a horrible, great quality.
Right.
Well, we should explain our sweaters.
Yes.
Because if you aren't aware, Jed and I live in a little podunk town called
The Blues.
The Blues.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh.
St. Louis.
Oh, boy.
Where's my boob?
St. Louis.
Oh, little help here, Brian.
I just like watching you struggle. We live in St. Louis, Missouri, and we happen to live in a city, that's adjacent to St. Louis. We can say
we live in Franklin County, which is right next to St. Louis County, which is right next to St. Louis.
We live in Pacific, Missouri.
Specific.
It's specifically Pacific.
Yeah. So, but we represent for the Lou.
Yeah, we do.
I think this is still cool, right? Isn't
Look at
Raven
this.
still cool?
Hell yeah, it is.
Okay.
And so this is my ugly sweater for the Blues. I don't know if you can see very well, but I think it has the dopest arms. Look at that. Look at those sleeves.
Those sleeves are cool. I have my ugly Christmas sweater for the St. Louis FC, but we are also getting an MLS team soon, too, which will be redonkulous.
Redonk. Did I tell you I'm actually working on that job of building the stadium?
Oh, you doing the plumbing stuff?
We're gonna do some of the plumbing in there.
Nice. It wouldn't surprise me if we did some of the glass.
Dude, that'd be cool.
So, yeah, that'd be really cool.
If I run into you on the job site,
you won't run into me. It'll be our commercial.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
good.
You won't run into me anyway. So.
Well, then that's lucky for you.
Why are you so mean
I love
to
you.
me?
Oh,
it's
you love
Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
But I want it to be Christmas.
You're gonna confuse people. Are gonna wake up tomorrow morning and go, "Where are my gifts?"
Santa is tired.
Santa got drunk last night.
Yeah, he did.
What if Santa got drunk on Christmas Eve? That'd be a terrible ride.
Oh, I gotta tell you a story.
Around.
Speaking of, did I ever tell you about how I found out Santa wasn't real? No, truthfully, this is.
Whoa!
This will scar you.
Wait, what are you talking about? Santa isn't real.
Okay, so when I was a little boy, we used to always do Christmas Eve with my mom and then Christmas with my dad. So my mom would drop us off Christmas Eve night at our dad's house.
Okay.
And we would do Christmas. And so we'd always leave cookies out for Santa there.
Right.
But my dad always said that Santa preferred beer over milk.
He did not say that.
Yes. So we would always leave him a beer and some cookies. Well, one morning I'm running downstairs to get, I'm not downstairs, running down the hall to see what Santa brought me. And my dad is passed out on the floor with cookie crumbs all over his mouth.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's a good joke.
That's a good one, man. I was about to say, wow, your dad said Santa like beer more than milk.
Well, no, he did say that actually.
Okay.
we used to leave Santa beer and cookies at my dad's house. We left milk and cookies at my mom's house.
That's hilarious.
For the Christmas angel, because it was always Christmas Eve morning when we opened up our presents.
Yeah.
And then my dad we'd leave cookies and beer out for Santa.
So wait, the premise is all messed up. When Santa finally gets to your house, that beer is warm.
We were the last one on the thing, so he could drink as much as he wanted. Apparently, he used to hang out with my dad all the time, and then he'd get drunk. So
Really?
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't just like your fat Uncle Jim?
I don't have a fat Uncle Jim.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
Yeah.
Santa is your fat Uncle Jim.
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, fat Uncle Jim.
What if just by some weird instance, like, let's say like our buddy Charlie was watching this and he had it on his TV, and his kids were in the room, and you said Santa isn't real.
I said that was a joke. Did you not listen to that? Santa's real. I was joking.
You were joking.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell me something? Next, I bet you're going to tell me the Tooth Fairy isn't real.
No. We all know the Tooth Fairy is real.
Good.
That's why when I knock one of your teeth out,
it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I've seen
it's
that movie.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Larry the Cable Guy, depending on.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Equally bad movies.
Yes.
Well, I would just like to say I really like your hat.
I like my hat, too.
It's the first time I've seen you with hair in like 5 or 6 years.
It's been longer than that, brother.
Okay.
I started going bald in high school. We went over this.
No. I'm not going to ask that. I want to know, can you please let your hair grow out? I want to see what you got.
I actually let it grow out for like a month not too long ago. It was weird. And it was not comfortable.
I want to see it.
I had trouble wearing hats.
Where does the hair come in?
On the side here. I got the cold.
You got the bozo?
I got the bozo going.
Nice.
The
Ted.
The Ted. That's the Ted from Scrubs. That's what I got. It won't stay down.
What do you think the odds are of me going bald?
Let's see. Your old pa's not bald, right?
No, Opa's got a full head of hair.
Then you're not gonna go bald.
And my dad's
got a good
thinning.
He's thinning, but he's still.
But he's still got hair.
But he's also what? How old is your dad?
63.
Whoa.
I know.
Yeah, and you'll be fine.
I know.
Tommy might not be, but you will be.
Tommy won't? Oh, I only pray my little brother goes bald. No, that's terrible.
Don't say that.
That's terrible. But see, Tommy's going to be such a multi-millionaire. He'll have like, yeah, look at
He'll get addicted to him like Joe Buck.
Oh, God. Yeah, they look so good on Joe Buck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. Should we pick a topic from the 90s to maybe discuss?
Oh, that'd be fun.
What's one that we want to talk about?
You know one I was thinking about the other day, and I don't know if you're prepared for this or not.
Let's think about this one.
Let's throw some stuff out. Here's one. I want to say my all-time favorite kids live-action show. It was on Nickelodeon in the 90s. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
See, that's not a live-action show, though. That's a game show.
Okay, I mean not a cartoon. Is what I meant to say.
When you say live-action show, I was thinking of Salute Your Shorts.
No, okay, you're right. That's my favorite kids game show of all time.
Game show. I was hoping because that was the one that popped into my head before you said anything. I'm like, I wonder if he's going to mention Legends of the Hidden Temple.
You like Legends of the Hidden Temple?
I loved it. You know, they're bringing it back, right? Like the actual game show.
I love that.
Because they brought it back, but as like a TV show. It was really weird.
They did a movie, and it was no good.
Yeah, it was no. I didn't even watch it.
I couldn't get through a minute of it.
So, but they're actually bringing, and I heard that it's not going to be kids doing it. It's going to be adults doing it. Which is even better. I love that. Because that's the generation that grew up with it.
Jed, let's get on the show.
I know. I want to get on it.
Oh, my God.
We could be the Green Monkeys.
The Green Monkeys. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. One of my favorite things is, too, whenever they'd have the teams, the uniforms were so cheesy, but, man, they were so cool.
Right.
When I was a kid, I'm like, I just want that uniform.
I always thought it was bad that they did so bad, but then I don't know if it was you that was telling me or somebody else was telling me about why. It was Billy at work was telling me why, like, nobody ever won. Like, there's only 2 people that actually won the last game. And it's because it was an 18-hour day for those kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they would show up and do, like, the way to get into the game show. They'd have to do a bunch of tasks and stuff like that. It's kind of like American Idol. You go through the phases to get to it.
Right, you got to be good enough.
And then, so by the time the what was it, 6 groups to start, right? Wasn't it 6 that started, then it dropped down to 4, then 2, and then whatever. Yep. To get a part of that, you had to do all these different games and whatever to get into that group of 6 or whatever it was. Then you had to do that one and go into that. And the reason that the kids were so tired and the show did not get canceled because of ratings or anything like that. It got canceled because of labor laws. Because they were having the kids work too long.
You're kidding me.
No, that's the reason it got canceled.
Why wouldn't they just... What? They'd have to go through all these hoops to...
Right.
See,
but
now,
I mean, that is a long day for a kid. I mean, they'd have to show up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get started going, and they wouldn't finish until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
But the only thing that's a little flawed with your premise is there was way more than 2 people that won. There was lots of kids that won.
Not the going through the temple thing.
Yeah.
I only saw 2, and I watched it all the time, and I only saw 2.
I know of... There was a couple dozen. For sure.
I'm going to go back and watch then, because I only remember 2 getting through it.
I think that's one of, and we both have these in our lives, I know. Me and you, because we were obsessed with TV.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that I've seen every episode of 5 times.
Yeah.
And you know the episode, you're like, oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
You know. By the way, okay, another cool thing about the show. I loved when they would get into the temple. And watching as a kid, I always said to myself, I would never, ever go on the show. And you know why?
Because you didn't want to get grabbed by the guys?
Yes! I didn't want the guy coming out of the wall and grabbing me.
Yeah.
Dude, that is freaky.
Right.
Can you imagine being a kid? You're in like this dark...
Well, I remember the last one I
weird
watched...
thing. A guy comes and grabs you.
Not too long ago. It was on that Pluto TV. They were showing that. And the girl flipped out and screamed super... And
of course!
And the announcer guy's like, oh my goodness. Like, he's like freaking out. He's like, that poor little girl.
Yeah!
Because this guy just jumps out and she's like... Ah!
And they look like monsters.
Yeah, they're the temple guards.
I know. Well, good God. You're putting
freaking-
together a golden monkey and all of a sudden someone molests you from behind.
Well, that's a regular day for you.
You're naughty.
But yeah, no. So I heard that they're actually going to bring it back, but it's going to be adults. I'm hoping that's what it is. I mean, if it's kids, that's fine too. But I'd still watch it because that show was freaking great.
Okay, we need to apply because I think if we proposition them, hey, we are the 90s guys.
Right.
How could they not have us on the show?
For Rizzle.
Okay, can you do me a quick favor? Can you get your phone out? We're gonna get back into this. I gotta go. I gotta use the restroom. And I'm sorry this is unprofessional of me.
You need to pee before we do this.
I pee every 10 minutes.
I know you do.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Not yet.
On your mark, don't... Hey, by the way, last time we did this, Jed said lies about me while I was gone. So, you absolutely did.
All right, ready? Go.
Don't say anything that's not true.
I'm gonna say all kinds of bad shit about him.
What?
He likes to eat tacos and stuff like that, and he's unprofessional because he's peeing during our podcast again, and it's driving me nuts. Can't take it anymore. I think I'm gonna have to shoot him in the kneecaps. Yup, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot him in the... Hey, Brian!
Shoot who?
What?
Shoot what?
33 seconds.
What are you shooting?
I was just talking about going hunting next year.
I'm going hunting for you, pal.
Yeah.
It's Jed season.
So
how'd I do? Oh, you're not.
I said 33 seconds. Did you not hear me?
I don't listen to you.
You see what I have to deal with, people? And he wonders why I talk shit about him when he's in the bathroom.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it was some bad shit.
So, okay, since we went over yours, can I talk about my...
If you didn't, I'd be insulted.
Global Guts.
Global Guts!
I love that
Now, wait a
show.
minute. Global Guts, I always get that in Double Dare. Confused.
Global Guts
Explain.
had the Quagmire, where you had to climb this giant rock at the top and hit the... It was kind of like American Ninja Warrior for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to go through all these different events and stuff like that. And then I love the fact that the host is like in almost every show, and you can recognize his face, but you have no idea what his name is.
Right.
I don't know what his name is either.
Mark Summers.
No, that was Double Dare.
That's
No, this guy was on Glee. He was the dad of the gay kid on Glee.
Wait a minute.
He was in the show Yes Dear, which I absolutely loved.
It's a good show.
He's the bald guy. He's a huge sports fan. He's in all his commercials for like Boston and stuff like that. I love him to death, and he's a riot. But like he was the host of that show.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like in shape, which I find funny. And then they had the super hot Australian chick that was like the judge.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember her.
Yeah.
Are you surprised I remember her and not him?
I'm not surprised at all. So, but that's the show I wanted to be on because I was super, super athletic and stuff as a kid. And
Yeah. What happened?
Pizza. Lots and lots of pizza.
Pizza and
chicken
beer.
wings and beer.
Yeah.
So, The main food groups.
Those are the pyramid is beer.
It's beer, chicken wings, and then pizza on top.
Pizza's top?
Yeah, pizza's top, then it's beer and chicken wings right next to each other.
Chicken wings. Okay. Yeah. I kind of skipped all of grade school, so I didn't learn any of this.
That explains a lot. But yeah, that was my favorite. I wanted to be on Global Guts.
That's a fun one.
I just love the events and all that stuff, and I just wanted to climb the quagmire.
Are you telling me you didn't also want to be on because of those sweet, sweet prizes, like a keyboard from Tamagotchi or whatever it was? I love the announcer. They always put the prize up, and I always remember thinking as a kid, it's probably a crappy prize, but they're really selling it. But I love they would make a keyboard, like a piano, sound like the goddamn Taj Mahal.
Right.
And you're like, really? I'm going to get that and go like, yeah. I don't know what to do.
Well, your brother would have used it.
Well, he's smart.
He's very piano-y.
He's a pianist.
He's a pianist.
He's a big pianist.
Yeah.
He's big into it.
Yeah. He's very talented.
He is. And handsome.
He's a handsome man.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Can we go to Double Dare now?
Yes, Double Dare. I didn't watch a lot of Double Dare, but...
Really?
I liked it. I watched Family Double Dare, not Double Dare.
See, I actually didn't like Family Double Dare because
I like the parents being going to this. I love that about that.
I think that at that point in my life,
I did like Mark Summers though.
Mark Summers is great.
Yeah, he was fantastic, and he was great as the host of that.
At that part in my life, I think that I didn't want to watch cheesy parents on TV. I had cheesy parents.
Yeah, your parents are.
I love them. Yeah, but it was so cool because Nickelodeon in the 90s and mid 2000s was known for slime.
Yes.
And man, there was no other show on Nickelodeon that had more slime than Double Dare.
Yeah. The only one that came close was the Nickelodeon reward show, the Nick Awards or whatever.
You're talking about the Kids' Choice Awards.
Kids' Choice Awards, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right.
It is a dream of mine to be slimed on the Kids' Choice Awards.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my god. If I did, I that's a bucket list.
I want to know where the whole slime aspect came from.
I think that it was just them being silly. They just,
Because I'm wondering maybe if it came from the Ghostbusters because of Slimer.
Could have been.
And they just, maybe one of the writers was from the Ghostbusters, whatever, and then he went to Nickelodeon.
We should look into this.
We should, because it's just, it's a cool idea, and I always wanted to be slimed. When I was a kid, I wanted to be slimed.
Yes.
Which is so cool about Nickelodeon that kids would want to get covered. But I mean, I was the kid that played in the mud. So,
right.
So it was...
That would have been an improvement from
it probably would have
shit
been.
Jed's rolling in.
Literal shit.
Literal shit, yeah. You grew up on a farm. So I think that right now, I would pay thousands of dollars, if I had thousands of dollars to spare, that I want to buy that frickin' nose.
Yes!
Do you remember the nose that had the flag in it? I want that nose.
Yes, that was friggin' awesome.
And you'd always see
find that orange flag in your...
They'd be arm deep in the nose.
That's no different than you in the car driving to work. You're arm deep in your own nose.
Well, it's knuckle deep.
Yeah.
I don't get my whole arm in my nose. Yeah. I don't have... What you got?
Yeah.
No, we gotta admit, Nickelodeon
had great game shows.
Such amazing game shows.
Yes.
Why don't they... when people talk about great game shows of all time, they mention the ones on the major networks. They never mention Nickelodeon
It's
game
because
shows.
Not everybody had cable. Not everybody had Nickelodeon, so... and it's also based on... It's kids versus adults.
I know.
Game shows. I love, when I was sick and would stay home, I loved watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker.
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. Good old Robbie Barker.
Robbie Barker.
That and Gilligan's Islands were my shows when I watched when I was sick.
Nice.
But I never got into Let's Make a Deal, which I do like it with Wayne Brady.
It's hilarious with Wayne Brady.
Yes. But I never got into the older whatever. I used to watch Wheel of Fortune all the time, but that was because my grandpa watched Wheel of Fortune. He liked it? Yeah, he loved it.
That's one that I still to this day cannot really sit through.
I like to look at Vanna.
Yeah, she's held up.
Oh, gosh, she's held up.
Talk about a gilf.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure she's your grandmother by now.
I think she probably is by now. I don't know.
Hey.
But whatever.
Wouldn't you kind of want to see Vanna White's daughter? She's got to be hot.
I'd hope so. Unless she's got an ugly husband.
Well, as we know, that tends to happen.
Because, I was going to say, Brian's wife is super hot, and look at him.
I know. Well, that's what happens when you get someone into Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Cat, blink twice if you need help.
She's not gonna blink. She knows I'll beat her. No, I would never beat my wife in a non-sexual way.
Yeah. Non-sexual.
God, I hope her parents aren't watching this.
Oh yeah. You're in trouble.
I'm married. What? A married couple aren't supposed to have sex?
No. It's
Oh.
forbidden.
It's forbidden?
It's forbidden. So, but no, that's why it wasn't. I don't think they ever really talked about the shows on Nickelodeon stuff because
I get that.
there's more adults and whatever watching, and even and then there's the greatest one of all time,
What?
Jeopardy. Nothing beats Jeopardy. Poor may Alex Trebek be cured of his cancer that he has because
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I know.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I do like Jeopardy. I watch it when
I like Jeopardy too, but I just honestly every time I finish watching it, I feel stupid.
See, the funny thing is I'm the opposite because I'll
You know
actually
him?
get a couple questions right and be like, I'm kind of
Right. See, I feel the same way. If I get one or two right, I'm like, hey.
There was one the
at
other
me.
day that I was getting them right, and the people that were on the show didn't even have an answer for them.
Really?
And I'm like, but it was more like one was about music and one was about football.
Yeah.
And you look at the people that are up there, I'm like, they probably don't know.
They don't know.
Music,
Nerds.
they know, but football, they probably don't know. So I'm like, I would actually be winning right now
Right.
if I was actually on Jeopardy.
You know what the two are that I always tend to get right? Is like if it's some kind of animation, like a cartoon thing. I remember getting a Gumby one right.
Yeah.
Or if it's Howard Stern.
Yeah.
That's it.
What about
No-brainer.
Le Tits?
Letits? What's that?
From SNL.
Oh.
It's no. I got a joke for your Trebek. What's the difference between your mother and a mallard? One's a duck, but I don't remember the rest. But your mother's a whore.
Nice impression of a impression.
Yeah. So, but that's probably why it didn't. Whatever. But game shows have always been big.
How about
Especially during the 60s and 70s. Game shows were huge. They had the one with the whammies. They had
that one
quiz show. They had all kinds of...
But what about the greatest
Hollywood
game
Squares.
No. How about the greatest game show but non-game show of all time? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Where the prompts are made up and the points mean nothing.
Oh my goodness!
I think I said that right.
Anyway, yeah.
Whose lines it anyway?
Yeah.
Probably, I would venture to say,
Oh my goodness!
the most hilarious laugh out loud show
Ryan
I've ever
Stiles
seen.
and Colin Mockery together.
Yes.
Oh, I will literally spend 5 hours on YouTube just watching videos of those two idiots. Nothing else. Because don't get me wrong, every show was hilarious. Even with everybody
Unbelievable.
else. But the two of them, the way they fed off of each other.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
You know what the greatest combination is, actually? It's those two when they're doing the talk-ups to the songs,
Yes.
and then Wayne Brady singing them.
Yes.
That combination, unreal.
Or the prop guys.
The prop guys.
The guys that would come in and they were trying to the infomercial guys. They were trying to sell something
Oh.
and they would have to do
But yeah.
that. And then the other one I loved is when they would do Ryan would put his arm or Colin would put his arms
Yes.
on Ryan and use his arms. But some of the one like the one I loved is like they had the fire one. And he's winding it up. He goes, so what you do is you put this in the mouth and you crank. And Drew's like,
Right.
no,
Right.
no. And he's like, what? He goes, that makes sparks and fire. And Colin goes like this, and it doesn't do anything. So he goes to stick it in Ryan's mouth. Anyway.
Well, you know another thing they'd always do? They'd always have a bottle of wine, and Ryan would end up chugging. Because Colin's just holding it up. He's like, rah, rah.
or something gross that he made Ryan eat. Yeah.
Yep.
So the two of them together, that was the best game show that wasn't an improv show. I guess is what it is.
But you got to admit the amount of talent you have to be that funny, that quick. It's unreal.
Well, to think of the hoedowns, you got to do that, off the top of your head.
But on top of that, Drew Carey was equally as hilarious.
Yes.
He would come in with amazing lines.
My thing was just the back and forth between those two and Drew Carey. Like, when they were, like, sitting down, they would always...
Yeah, because he'd go like, okay, 100 points to Colin, 1,000,000 points to Ryan. He'd be like, just because you're good looking.
Or Colin would be pissed off because...
Right.
And then they'd always yell at each other and shit.
And it was funny because they always had Ryan, Colin, and Wayne and a rotating person.
Yeah.
And
Which Greg was one of my favorites.
Greg was awesome.
Yeah.
There was a British guy.
There was a few.
There was a young kid, too.
Yeah. Well, there was Brad.
Brad, yep.
Brad was good. And then there was the British girl, who I loved. And then Kathy Griffiths would show up occasionally.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there was, what is her name? The shorter blonde girl. And they always did perverted stuff whenever she was on. Like, it was hilarious. They would make her kiss Colin or something like that. But she went with it. So
wait, what was the woman that did the piano? Remember, she was like, they always mentioned her.
Yeah, I don't remember. Laura something.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I can't remember because you always say the talented Laura. Whatever, yeah. And then at the end, they brought in the guitarist to play with her.
Yes, but that woman was incredible. She would mimic any song, any style.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was fantastic.
Insane. She's kind of cute.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was a
great show.
And also, one other thing I loved about the show. Excuse me. There was one episode that was the greatest of all time, in my opinion, and it was when guest star Richard Simmons came on the show.
Oh my god!
Was that insane?
Mine's broken.
Okay. They're doing the exercise equipment.
No, it's a jet ski, and he's
that's
like
right.
this or whatever, and then he stops it and gets off and goes and like
because Richard Simmons was like blowing him.
Yeah, it looked like Richard Simmons was giving him a blowjob.
And him and Wayne Brady, I think, almost kissed.
Oh, he did kiss. I know
Did he kiss him?
Somebody. He kissed.
I think he kissed Wayne Brady.
So.
They all of them were like trying to avoid him.
Well, then there was he's putting the coins in to use them as the.
Yes.
He's like this, trying to get as close to their face as possible. Oh, that was fantastic.
I love Richard Simmons.
He was fantastic.
He makes my heart
There was a
feel
while
good.
ago that people were worried about him.
I'm still worried about him, honestly.
But
I am worried about him.
He just wants to sweat to the oldies. Let him do it.
He's sweating to the newies now.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So Kat and I, my wife, went to a estate sale the other day. And this person had a whole VHS collection.
And Brian got some.
And
I saw him at his house today.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I got one, and it is a unopened VH. It has the wrapper on it.
Nice.
Which I think is even cooler. Of Sweating to the Oldies with Richard Simmons.
That's awesome.
And guess how much it cost me?
$2? No?
Quada.
Oh, nice.
A quada.
A quada.
That's how we say it in St. Louis, a quada.
I don't think that's how we say
How we
it.
fighty fire.
Farty fur. I've never
Ferdy
said
fur.
ferdy fur. I've
just
never
did.
even heard anybody say ferdy fur.
You just did. 34?
Ferdy fur.
They're going to say 30, and then they're going to say 4.
Ferdy fur. Ferdy fur.
You guys going out 34?
Very proper on the second floor.
Well, listen. They like to wrap it up in a nice way.
Put a little bow on it,
A little cherry on top.
There you go. Well, we got back into 90s.
We got back in
It
the
only
90s.
took us like 12 episodes, but...
We had to bust through.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man.
Well,
It was good.
yeah, it was a good time.
I mean, I was a little better, but you...
That's fine.
No,
I'll take
you
it.
did great.
I take what I can get. So.
Well, I'd like to say...
I have the same view on women. I'll take what I can get.
Oh, God. That's why you're dating Bertha right now.
Yeah. Hey.
600 pounds of love.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
How the fuck are you? Well, I'd like to say your outfit is tremendous.
Yours is fantastic as well.
Thank you.
So I just think I'm repping St. Louis a little bit more.
No way!
Having a Blues hat and a
First of all,
FC sweater.
you wouldn't have even worn that if I didn't bring this over.
Yeah, but I mean it's Christmas, so we gotta get all festive.
If you know what, I pray to God that someone comes and finds you and beats you up because you ruined their fake Christmas.
So our fake Christmas?
Someone's like running out of their house right now, like I didn't even get any gifts.
Yeah.
All right, you want to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up. So we need to.
Oh yeah.
Brian keeps wanting to skip over it.
No, let me handle it because I am the social media guru. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you got to do is look up The 90s Guys with a Z podcast. You'll know you found us when you see two really handsome dudes.
One guy going like this.
True.
Oh, I gotta wash my hands now.
Oh, you got Corona.
I got Corona.
And so do I. Moving on. We also have an email. It's the 90s Guys podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget, Guys has a Z on it.
Because somebody else had it with the S.
I know. Stupid jerks.
Yeah.
And you want to subscribe to us on YouTube because we're always putting out good stuff. And also, we're going to be posting videos on YouTube and Facebook. But YouTube, we're going to be posting some videos coming up of Jed and I what we're gonna do is
we have decided.
I decided.
We decided. We talked about this for a while.
We have.
And we have yet to do it, but we are going to start, and I think this is fun. So Brian and we want to add to our collection here. Brian has graciously donated stuffed animals that he's won.
Thank you.
And then I have brought out my toys that I have had for a while that were hidden away. We are decided that we're going to challenge ourselves to go out to different
thrift shops.
Thrift shops like Goodwill. We actually have Gape House here in Pacific too. We should check that out too.
Nice.
But St. Vincent de Paul, all that stuff, Savers, and see what 90s stuff we can find. Whether it be, I think we should move it up to, other than just toys, we should look for 90s T-shirts, including like starters jackets.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like, and Jinkos and stuff like that.
We should only wear 90s clothes on the podcast.
Yes, that'd be awesome. And then we're gonna look for toys. You know, movies.
Sex toys.
That too. Is there a specific 90s sex toy that you want?
Really, just a blender, one of the handheld blenders.
A blender? Can I get a blender?
What do you call those? Like the
Oh, the egg beaters from that movie.
Have you ever tried one?
So we're gonna make a little segment, and we'll try to put them out every so often. We'll probably do a backlog of them so that we can put them out like once a week, because we're not gonna be able to go out every single weekend and do it. I mean. He's married and has a great wife that allows him to even do this. So I'm not going to take up his time with her because he works so much already and they need to spend time together. But
work my ass
we're
off.
still going to be doing the podcast, but we're still going to go out every so often, and we're going to try to add to this.
But you know what? Let's exclusively put that on YouTube.
Okay.
It's exclusive to YouTube.
Okay.
So, also, go to Facebook, and you got to like our page so you can see our new videos.
That, and then also subscribe to us and leave a comment and some likes if you want. Because we would love some comments. We got a comment.
Did we?
And the guy took it off already.
No!
Yeah, he said, you guys are great. You deserve some more subscribers. I said, thank you. And then I went back a week later, or like 2 days later, and he deleted the comment. I'm like,
why would he delete the comment?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like us as much as...
Do you think he thought about it?
Maybe. This was a mistake.
This is a big mistake. He emailing YouTube like,
but no,
please.
we want your comments. We want your emails. I mean, I will email you back if you email me. We'll try to reply to your comments. If
even though Jed privately does tell me that he hates.
Would you stop it? Everybody knows that you're that's why I do the email, because you don't like people.
Jed also said that everyone that's ever commented is fugly, which I don't really know what that means.
Which is funny because I'm the one that's left the most comments on her.
Is it you?
Yeah.
You're revealing all the secrets. And also, we should mention that we would like some support. If you got $1, if you got a couple bucks, we have a Patreon. We should be linking that in the description of the videos on YouTube. So, click on it. Give us $1. We need $1.
Yeah.
$1.
And it's all going to go back to the podcast. We're going to use it to get better videos, better microphones.
Yep.
Make this studio even more of a studio than it is. Even though Brian still likes to stroke my ego by telling me how amazing it is.
I love it.
It actually is really... It's actually kind of homey, too, for a studio.
You're my homie.
Yeah. Homie.
Homie? You love doing that.
I do. I'm white. It's the only move I got.
That's right.
So.
Well, I think we should wrap this pig up.
Okay.
Let's wrap this little...
Put a little bacon.
Put a little bacon on it. Slap that pork around. Well, my name's Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we are the 90s guys.
We are the 90s
I'm effing
guys.
this up already.
That's all right. You're drunk.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
No.